Alrighty. Come on. I'm always scared something's gonna break and I won't know how to fix it. Alright. Yep, everything looks good. So last time I did this, it took me 2 hours. 2 hours to clear 8 scenes. And it was rough. And it only gets harder from here. That was Yuyuko, and that was Ron. It was kind of like 80% Yuyuko and 20% Ron, to be honest with you. Because the thing is, Ron's, I kind of liked Ron's. That one was difficult in its random assortment. This one was cool. I liked that one, and that one was kind of weird. That one was okay, but this one, I hate this one. I absolutely hated this one. It was just so scary. Because, like, I understood what I had to do, but I had no choice but to do it perfectly. If you got Mon randomized with static legendaries, not what happens to roaming legends. I spent 40 minutes trying to find Latios, no avail on my randomized. I don't know, because I didn't actually look for it in Platinum. I assumed that a roaming legendary takes the same place as the static Pokemon, because they start static and then they start roaming. However, I have absolutely zero idea. The only way you would know for sure is the level, yeah? You could do the repel trick, but I honestly couldn't tell you, because I've never gotten a randomizer to a point where I can catch the roaming legendaries. I mean, even when I did, I didn't care enough to do so. If it was a drinking game, I'd be dead. Well, look at the title of the spell card. Death sign. Life is drunk. Life of drunk. Dream of death. So you're not far off there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've never been in that situation before with a randomizer. I tended to get bored of them when I played them on my own. Alright, I think I'm ready. Enough stalling. Enough stalling. Town pharmacist. 6 photos required. This is most definitely, totally not Aaron. Couldn't be. Couldn't be one. I'm not ready for this. I'm not prepared for this. Alright. I didn't think I'd be prepared for that. Jumping right into it, and each time it gets harder, it's gonna take some time. Uh-huh. 1. I'm trying to get feet picks for the most part. Oh, she's just not gonna stop doing that at any point. Okay. Okay. Looks like I need to be a little more ballsy. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I need to do here. I guess I just need to stay close enough to her, but that seems kind of scary. But if I lose my place, there's got to be a pattern to this I'm not seeing. Maybe I should try to focus only one color. I don't know. I don't know. I only need 6 pictures. The worst part is even if I somehow manage to weasel my way into like the first 3 pictures, I know that she's gonna speed it up. She's gonna speed it up for sure, and then it's gonna be even harder to get through it. Observe. Maybe they're aimed at me? No, I don't know. I can't tell. With a shot like that, I don't think I really need to worry about not clearing it. They're just the right amount of size to be obnoxious too. Move out of the way. I have no fucking idea. I don't know. I don't think what I'm doing is correct, because to do what I'm attempting to do perfectly, for as many attempts as I need to do it, it seems like a tall order. There's got to be something I'm missing, but I just don't understand. I just don't understand what it is. I guess I could do that. Fuck. Yeah, that might work. That might work. I'll give that a couple tries. Why not? I can get one really good shot at the front, and I should be enough there to cheese a bunch of small shots. And what I can do is I can take a quick shot like that, charge my camera about halfway, so then I can clear the clutter in front of me a bit, move a little bit forward, and have less to have to dodge. Because if I take an actual picture, I don't get as much charge back. But if I do that, I'll start with about half my camera. I just need to be careful where I'm standing, because when I instigate my photo, I need to be at a safe enough distance that if after the picture itself, I'm not just gonna explode. That was a really close shot. I didn't need to be that close. Good enough. Okay. 45. Damn it. It worked out well the first time. I just having difficulty replicating that success. Yeah, well, happens. Okay. Chat, last night I listened to I listened to Dolls in Pseudo Paradise. Pretty good track. Pretty good record. I think my favorite My favorite track on the entire album was definitely Thematic Butterfly, though, which is one I already knew about prior to checking that album out itself. I didn't read the story, though. There's like short stories entangled in it. But at that point in time, it was like 4 a.m. and I didn't want to read the big wall of text. How many of them are there? Like 8? 9? That's 3. Please, give me an opening. Give me a gap. Wrong button to let go of there. I meant to let go of the charge button, instead I let go of the focus button. Please don't do that. It's a good situation to find myself in. I couldn't tell if that bullet was close enough to hit me or not. Guess it was. That's a good start. For some reason I thought my charge was done. I didn't hear anything at all click. But I just assumed it was done. I'll read the story. I'll probably go back and read the story. I mean, that was definitely a big reason I wanted to check them out anyway, because again, that's where pretty much the entirety of Ranko and oh, that's a bad shot. I want a really, really good shot. Ranko and Maribel's entire story pretty much takes place in those albums, and those albums only. Could they got a better one? Shit. I don't like the way this one's going. It counts. I mashed the A button too to get that out. Oh my god. Good enough. Two. Don't like that. I definitely don't like that. Please get out of my way. Ah, fuck. I probably could have turned that one into an actual shot. Please get out of the way. Oh my god. Get it? Yes! Please, please, please. Please let those shitty shots be enough to win that. Thank god. Okay. Question. Was I doing that right? Because I'm doing it again, mind you. I'm just wondering, did I do that right? That's how you do it? Okay, okay. You won PCV today? The last final part Yuko, only one bomb left, was so stressful. Holy shit. Good job. That last bit, the last bit where you have to survive Yuko, it makes sense. Like, I understand how it works, but when you reach that point and you have like no resources left, it is the scariest thing in the game, I swear. Well done though. Now you just gotta beat Ron. I partially miss playing regular Touhou. Partially. But I think I'm getting my fix from this, and it's not a good fix. Ron's a bit of a pain, but Yukari will be worse, don't worry. It just takes practice. You gotta learn exactly how all her things work, and you need to execute a perfect run. That's the hardest part about the extra stage, in my opinion, is that you only have the lives you're given as if you started a new game. You need to be able to do the level pretty much flawlessly, and then you have to deal with 10 health bars of a boss, one of which is a 90-second timeout spell on like the second last health bar. Now that's evil, by the way. That's actually fucking evil. I don't really know why, but this pharmacist had a ghastly aura about her. Making medicine must be difficult. Who else? Alright, so town pharmacist and inhuman. Oh, it's Kaguya. That makes sense. 6 photos. Kaguya can't be as bad as that. Trying to like get her and get the shot in front of my face, but as we all know, feet picks only work half the time. Two. It's cluttered, but it's not unmanageable. Hell, it's stressful though. I'm really trying to get this picture of her. I'm really fucking trying, but it gets a little bit nerve-wracking. 1. Damn it. Is that new impossible request? Yeah. Yeah, they're all new spell cards, so it makes sense. Since all her spell cards are based on the impossible request, she had to make new ones. Can you dodge snow in a blizzard? That's essentially the theme of this one. That's what it feels like to me. I call these ones the snowballs. Snowball Danmaku. They're annoying simply because their size is the most accurate size of any bullet. So if you get hit by it, it's impossible to justify it as a wonky hitbox. You know exactly what it is. If you get hit by it, it's because you got hit by it. That's what makes it the most annoying one, is you can't make excuses for it. You get hit by it, it's your fault. Alright, I just need to maintain a decent distance from her, where I can essentially just smack the A button, get the picture, and clear whatever's in front of me. If I back up, I get stuck. But the closer I get, it gets a little bit dangerous. But I kind of have to play that risk, and I know it's just gonna get worse. I think if push comes to shove, I can retreat to the corner again and go for small shots, but I still need to maintain a certain amount of distance to get those properly. And my first shot isn't like Eren's. It's not like I'm scoring 6 digits. I'm only scoring like 20,000, sometimes less. So I need to get better shots in the first shot. Whereas I was confident that Eren's first shot was going to carry my higher score. That one was good. Give me a bit. Dodging gets easier further back, if only because they don't spawn immediately on me. But at the same time, it doesn't make it any easier because I still have to get close enough to take a picture. So doing that is counterproductive more than anything. I thought I let go of the charge button. Really, the main difficulty from this just comes from recuperating your camera charge fast enough to get another shot in. Like, I'm not looking at Aya anymore. For the longest time, I was looking at Aya. I'm looking at the area between me and Aya and Kaguya, and that's how I'm deciding when to go in. So I'm listening. There's no more shutter change shit, so I just have to listen for the click of the camera and I can go in. But it's, you know, it's easier said than done. It's what they tell you to look for in fighting games. You don't focus on your opponent and you don't focus on you. You focus on the area between you so you can keep your eye on both things. Which is what I'm doing here. And maybe not necessarily to critical success, but I'm doing it and it's working. 99. Damn it. Two. I panicked, but better alive than dead. I need to move back further up. Shit. Tried to drive the blue one. Ran into the purple one. Okay, this might be harder than Aaron's. It's kind of similar, I guess, in practice, but there's more going on here. I'm assuming each different color represents, yeah, just a different explosion type, so since there's so many of them, they can fall in whatever direction they want. It's a game of a little bit of luck and very, very quick path recognition. I need to move it up further just a bit. Really? Damn it. Thought I got out the side of that. I kind of see the sweet spot I need to be in to get a quick picture of her, while also destroying any and all obstacles directly in front of my face that would otherwise kill me by holding my camera out. But it's still scary. Oh my god. Alright. Try to ride the white line. I lost focus. One. That was a terrible picture. I think I want to stay below her just because it's easier to dodge oncoming bullets than bullets coming from the side. That said, it's still kind of difficult. See, sometimes I get really fortunate starts like that. And then that happens. I get the third picture and I can no longer get through it. Damn it. It's a lot to pay attention to. I'm not used to it. I think she moved further back when I took the third picture. Maybe that's why I'm having such difficulty. It's because I keep taking the pictures at the same distance, but then she moves back rather than me moving forward. And then I'm not maintaining proper distance to get her. And so I end up taking empty photos until eventually I crash and burn. But the thing is, I'm not watching her. I'm watching the area between me and her. And she can move very slightly, and sometimes that's enough. Damn it. Green ones. The color has no impact on what they do, but it seems to be the green ones that kill me the most. Good. Good. Bang. That was lucky. That was incredibly lucky. And that was a bit too sporadic a movement. We need to chill out. Just... We get snowballs and bugs and rice bullets. We get all kinds of shit. Please, aww. The worst part is I need 6 photos. So every time I get that third photo, it's only halfway. And every photo you take, things get faster and more chaotic and more dangerous. So until I can average better than 3, I'm gonna be here for a while. One, two. Three. She definitely moved farther away from me. She's definitely farther away from me, but I also retreated myself. They're also random. Holding forward has varied results. Sometimes I run straight into a bullet, other times I don't. So there's no pattern to it. She just explodes them where she wants. And which one she explodes and what color and what location, it seems... Can't predict it. Just gotta react to it. Fuck. Oh my god. Could the camera charge just like a fraction faster? The number of times I have died on a 99 to 98 charge is infuriating. Cause it's just like, oh, I have just enough. All I need to do is survive for a fraction of a second longer and I can take a picture and then I'm dead. Every single goddamn time, I'm dead. Can't believe Aya does this for a living. Maintain proper distance. I'm getting too good for you. Oh, blue ball. Oh god, they're both annoying. This was stage 9, yeah? This isn't even stage 10. This is stage 9, and then there's the extra stages. If I beat this game, do I get some kind of certificate? Like mailed to my house? Congratulations, you dumbass. We don't know why you did it, but you did it. And you know what the worst part about this is, chat? Is I'm gonna beat this game. And then I'm immediately gonna go to like normal mode on an actual Touhou game and still fuck it up. I am no alien immune to bullshit. Yeah! Yeah! I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention, and then I noticed that the last picture I took was the 5th one, and I needed one more, and then I panicked. And I definitely panicked. What is this? I've been shown something I've never heard of. This person seems to be a famous collector of rare objects. Will I get to... No, you won't. You'll feel great when you beat this game, and then immediately go to normal mode and lose. All right, back to Aaron. 7 photos. All right, are you ready? I'm not ready. I'll never be ready for this shit. All right, butterfly dream pill nightmare type. So this is her. Oh, okay. This is. So this one's a reference to her bad dreams pill, because she makes those. If I'm correct, chat, wasn't it she made a pill for good dreams and bad dreams? And Alice was one of her customers, but was Alice a customer for the bad dreams or the good dreams? I don't remember. Because I know that the way it's explained in Touhou lore is that... Shit. The way it's explained in Touhou lore is that medicine that work on yokai are oftentimes way too strong for humans. So when medicine's being developed, it has to be developed with a certain species in mind. Otherwise, it's too potent and not strong enough. And obviously, being too strong is a lot more dangerous than not being strong enough. One has too great an effect and the other one has no effect at all. That said, I wonder if there are other species within Gensokyo, because, like, I guess vampire doesn't really count as yokai, but it is kind of considered yokai in Touhou specifics. If Anna made medicine for a vampire, would it be at the same strength of that of a yokai? Do all different yokai have different levels of dosages? Like, I'm curious. Not like I've ever made medicine in my life. Damn it. That one was going well too. What I do know is that Eren does make medicine and peddles it to the human village through racing. And they make money like that. And because of the effectiveness of her medicine, even though Racing wears a disguise when going to the human village, I'm pretty sure people know that she's a yokai rabbit. But she just, doesn't want to freak people out anyway. Because they have some sort of trade agreement with the human village. That's how Eren sells her medicine. Although sometimes I wonder if some of the medicine she sells is 100% practice drug. And she uses them as guinea pigs. I would imagine not. And I'm only basing that off the fact that because the Lunarians are neither human nor yokai, they're essentially outsiders in the entirety of Gensokyo itself. Racing even said that herself in I think it was Forbidden Scrollery. Yeah, it was Forbidden Scrollery. Where it wouldn't do them any good to scam the humans, because that would just be isolating themselves from Gensokyo itself, which makes sense. They kind of walk a fine line. They're the only ones of their kind in Gensokyo. Although I guess nowadays, Ringo and Seiren are part of Gensokyo, but where do they live? Where do those two live? Because they were instructed to come down from the moon, but you can't just go back. But at the same time, Raisin went back with the lunar veil. And then she got taken in by the Otatsuki sisters. So, did Ringo and Seiren return to the moon? Or did they just fuck off and stay in Gensokyo? It's kind of hard to tell, because on one hand I want to say that the lore dictates they're not allowed to return, but on the other end of the spectrum, in Silent Sinner and Blue, we have the exact situation of a rabbit fleeing and then returning back to the moon. Of course, that rabbit was as good as dead if it wasn't for the sisters. Lunarians are an interesting bunch. They have a lot of lore to them, and I think that's mostly because a lot of what they do is based in real mythology. Like, so much of it is. Things like the god of the moon, and then the god of the sun, Amaterasu, and what the fuck is his name? Tsukiyomi, I think? Either way, the founder of the moon exists in Touhou lore. He left Earth. He left Earth to the head of the moon. And the thing about him that's interesting to me is, as a character, he's the founder of the moon, so logic would dictate he's one of the oldest Lunarians in the entirety of the lore, right? But what's interesting is that when he left to colonize the moon, he brought along his trusted advisors, who would be exactly who we're fighting right now. So Eren was older than him, right? Which means Eren is very, very, very old. So this is... See, the thing is, I'm pretty sure Eren is immortal. I don't know if that's ever been confirmed. But we know Kaguya and we know that Moko are immortal because they drank the Hodai elixir. But what about Eren? Because Eren has been alive for a very, very, very long time. So it stands to reason that she's probably immortal too. But I don't have any proof to back that up with. Damn it, I should have moved back instead of forward. Something interesting I learned recently, chat, is the Touhou Wiki is a little bit outdated. So, get this. This is kind of a spoiler, I guess, for obvious things, but Kasen is an Oni. We know that. Everyone knows that. That's the world's most well-known secret. Kind of dealio, right? But I remember I read Suika's wiki description before. And to be fair, the wiki description still gets some of the important stuff there. But when it listed off her relationships, like characters she knows, when it came to Kasen, it was like, oh, well, we don't, all we know about this relationship is that Kasen prefers to avoid Suika for reasons we don't know. But I know why. It was explained in like volume 6. Hell, it might have been explained in volume 4, I don't remember. It was pretty early. Of course they know each other. We know they know each other now. We know exactly what their relationship is. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I refer to the wiki a lot for when you want to learn about things, but it is a bit outdated, I should say. Like, some information is missing. Some information that's stated as unknown is been explored and expanded upon in official works. And some characters' personality traits have grown. Like, we know more about characters from different written works now. But I guess back when it was really popular, the wiki only got updated like once, and it was like, well, that's good. We're good. We can get away with that. And then no one ever really went back to edit it. But one of the biggest problems about editing a wiki is, well, when it comes to who's right and who's wrong. Especially when it comes to editing fandom bits. It's like, oh, here's how a character's portrayed in the fandom, and you edit that? Someone's Someone's not gonna like it. I guarantee someone's not gonna like it. But if you just let anyone edit anything, then you're just gonna get a mishmash of information. Some of it correct, and some of it probably not correct at all. But some of it, you have free reign to edit it, so what are they gonna do? Stop you? I don't get this butterfly ring. I'm pretty sure it's aimed at me. But it's not there, and then sometimes it is. Maybe it isn't aimed at me. It seems it tricks me. It's not aimed at me. One of the most interesting bits I saw out of Horn Hermit was there was a chapter. There was a chapter that... the chapter in question, I forget which one it was. No, it was the one with the, this, what are they called? Zettai Boshi, I think? I don't remember. They're the yokai that live in the human village. And they're basically like pampered children because they bring good fortune to households. They all kind of dispersed and disappeared and went back to the human world because I guess there was a demand for them in the outside world. Which opened up a whole new train of thought that I never thought about before. And that is it possible for yokai to go back to the outside world if people start to believe in them again? And what was interesting about that, I thought, is it almost explicitly said it, because Yukari brought in hobgoblins to take up the role that needed to be filled by the missing yokai. And then when Kasemi was talking about it, she was about to say something along the lines of, is Gensokyo's ultimate goal to bring yokai back to the outside world? But Yukari hushed her before she could finish that train of thought. And you know when manga does the scary black text box that indicates intimidation, shit like that? Yukari had one of those, and I was like, uh-oh. But then immediately after that, it's just completely dropped. But what I thought was cool about that was that it opened up a whole different possibility, like a whole train of thought as to the purpose of Gensokyo outside of just existing. Is there a grander objective in the mix? Will we ever see it? Probably not. Who knows? I thought it was pretty cool though. I understand why that conversation wasn't pushed any further than that, because it didn't have anything to do with the immediate plot in hand, and that is definitely a topic for another day. Another story, a big line of story. That's not a line you just offhandedly make a remark on and then never follow up on, because that's a big fucking deal. You know, I don't think this one is as hard as it may seem. Like, it makes sense to me, I'm just fucking it up. I like this one. I think this one's pretty well done. Except when I do that. I'm not a big fan of that. God damn it. You're not allowed to shoot butterflies anyway. That's Yuyuko's thing. You can't be old and shoot butterflies. We have a character for that. We have two characters for that, actually. God damn it. Yeah. I need to remember that the butterflies are not aimed at me, they're aimed next to me. So if I just stand still when she does her shot, I can dodge for free. But now it's faster. Oh, it spawned behind me. God damn it. Kerchow. Alright, give me a second. Give me a second. Wriggle shoots butterflies and shoots the bullet. God damn it. No. I mean, I guess it makes sense. She's dominion over bugs, but come on. But she doesn't shoot ghost butterflies, does she? Saki just throws knives. She also throws kunai. Don't forget the kunai. Everyone always forgets the kunai. Well, I guess to be fair, she has a knife holster on her leg, but she doesn't have a kunai holder, so where the kunai coming from? Also, the knives are like physical objects, right? So how do they work? How does she use knives as bullets when they're physical objects? Isn't that cheating? But I guess at the same time, talismans are also physical objects. As are Reimu's needles. Yeah, I guess when you think about it, Reimu's precision needles are actual needles that she just yeets at people. But then where does she get so many of them? How does she have that many needles? Do they just return to her after a certain amount of time? Three more. Fuck! I let go of the wrong button. I tried to take a camera shot there. That might have been it, too. But then, okay, so Reimu's bullets are physical objects, but they're spiritually enhanced. That's why her talismans are effective. Even though apparently Reimu's amulets that she uses, the phrase that is written on them is the phrase that's written on New Year's like money envelopes that you'd see on New Year's Eve. Very, very slight detail, kind of irrelevant to the grand scheme of things, but I thought it was funny. That she's essentially trying to trick yokai into picking up free money, and then getting the jump on them with that. But then you have Marissa. Marissa's main method of attack is her little Hakuro, the mini furnace. If that runs out of energy, she's shit out of luck. But she also has star based on Maku, right? So, are all the lasers that Marissa fires, do those come from her Hakuro? What about the stars? Is every type of bullet that Marissa shoots come from that little device? Or is it just the lasers? Because obviously we know that Master Spark comes from that thing. But does she have to rely on it for every single shot? Not all of them? Alright. Hakuro power spell cards and specifically anything Master Spark related. She also relies on alchemic solutions to power down Maku. Yes, okay. So her Hakuro is like a performance enhancer, basically. It increases the strength of her power, and it also allows her to do stronger techniques that she herself would otherwise not be able to do. Yeah? Is that right? Shoot the moon and paralyze her tossing exploding flat. Well, she does that as that's one of her attacks in Material Missing Power as well. Or she also throws pots. She also has a booty bunch attack, and one where she jumps on her broom and bum rushes you. Marissa's an interesting character to me. She's one of those characters who's so brutally honest, despite being really good at lying. You know, she's an honest liar, and that's an oxymoron. But somehow she manages to perform that role really well. You know what the difficult one about this one is that the bullets, since the bullets spawn after the butterflies, even if you take out the ring of butterflies, you can't get rid of the whole ring. Not a huge problem, but the main difficulty from this one just tends to come from an overload of information, I think. There's not a whole lot I need to take into account, but I need to pay attention to the green. Knowing that I don't need to move that much for the butterfly reel is good, but sometimes the green spawns in a bad spot, and then it gets a little more cluttered later on. Either way, I still think this one is fine. It's consistent, it makes sense, it's doable, it's not really cheap. That's what I like about this one. You know, you want to know what a cheap spell card is, chat? That fucking one that Junko has. Now that's cheap. What was it? It's like 4-color path or some shit like that? Alright, that was kind of bullshit. That was kind of bullshit. She spawns 4 different colored flames at certain places, and you have to hope that a path is open, otherwise you can't get through it and you take a hit. That's bullshit. This one's fine, except when the bullet spawns directly in front of me, or when the butterfly hits me anyway. Damn it. The most important part is that as long as you can acknowledge that something is fair, challenging and fair, you can consistently try again without feeling like you're being cheated. So, you remember Patchy's laser? I fucking hated that. I hated that one. Sakuya's ability to completely move out of the frame if you don't take the picture at a certain time to catch her. That one was annoying too. I didn't like that one. Those ones made me a bit upset. This one, I have no qualms about, honestly. I really don't. Fuck! I need one more picture. I tried to play really safe there and back up, but probably should have just kept going with the same amount of gusto. That's the trick, chat. Sometimes when you get a lead, think of it like a fighting game. Think of it like a fighting game. Sometimes you get an early lead, right, by being mucho aggressive. And then, now that you have a lead, you decide you're gonna slow it down because you want to keep your lead. But that's not what got you your lead in the first place. And then you get shit stomped, and now it's an even game or you're losing again because you stopped doing what was working. A common thing I see in like Smash Ultimate, for that example, is with Pokemon trainer players. So you can play as Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard, right? So Pokemon trainer players will play as Squirtle, and they'll get like an 80% combo on your ass, and then they'll switch to Ivysaur, and then they lose the first stock. You'd be surprised how often that happens. For some reason, none of them have any faith in Squirtle, and then they switch to Ivysaur, get their ass kicked. Then Charizard comes out, and they just look at you, and they either try to grab you or up smash you. Charizard as a character is pretty much useless, but because it's tied on with Pokemon Trainer, Charizard only needs like the moves that it does to function properly. It's an extension of Kill Move, in my opinion. Charizard will up smash, he'll do up throw, forward throw, and he has back air. Like Charizard's move pool is pretty consistent with what you'll see, because he doesn't need as many moves as other characters because his best move is switching to Squirtle. But Charizard's still intimidating because you're basically allowing a combo character, Squirtle, to have a really strong attack at like 60. Charizard's back air kills you super early. Super early. It's insanity. People try to say that character ain't good. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Imagine, chat, if you could play as Sheik, right? And every now and again, you can also play as Ganondorf, but you can still play as Sheik. Oh wait, that's called Joker. Anyway, that's essentially what Pokemon Trainer is, but not necessarily. Joker's a bit better than that. The difference between Joker and Pokemon Trainer in that regard is that Joker can't just freely switch to Charizard. And it's not like you can just switch to Charizard to go for kill move. It's not that simple. I'm making it seem simple, but it's a lot more complicated than that. I hate that second picture. It's not good. God damn it. Basically, Pokemon Trainer has tools for pretty much every situation. And he's a good character. The thing is, if you judge Pokemon Trainers' Pokemon based on their own strengths alone, you'll find it actually is a little bit different. Like, if you're judging Pokemon Trainer based on Squirtle only, like if you only use Squirtle, Squirtle's still a good character. But I think as a whole, that character becomes better. Charizard alone probably wouldn't be that much better than its Smash 4 counterpart, because in Smash 4, Charizard had Rock Smash, which was super armor. And while it's not exactly the greatest move in the world, it was still an option. Although I guess assuming Charizard did only get its regular down B back, then that would be a moot point anyway. But Charizard, I think, can thrive as well as he does, because he's still a solid character, but he has an exceptional backup in the form of Squirtle and Ivysaur. Why am I talking about Pokemon Trainer? Okay, shoot. What killed me? What killed me? Oh shit, I hit the mouse. Uh-oh, hope they didn't click anything. Oh well. Oh, now we're doing it. Now we're doing it. Oh, fuck yeah. Hold on, hold on. Good enough, yeah. There we go. How many scenes have I completed, chat? 2? 2 scenes, and it's been 56 minutes. Wow. Wow. Damn. Have I... Was that really that... I really spent that much time on this? That's like 25 minutes each scene. It didn't feel that long. Though I guess I've been on this one for a while now, haven't I? No. I'm not crying. But this is starting to get a bit much. This is so hard. Oh. Chat, give me something to rant about so I can distract myself from the pain. Why? What? Look at the difference in point totals from those 2 shots. The first one gave me 6 digits. The second one gave me 4 digits. The Touhou Fanime? I like the Fanime. What do we have? What exists now? I've talked about this before when in Touhouvania. There was one. I'm sure someone remembers it at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. For the life of me, I have talked about this one specifically at least 3 different times, and every single time, I don't remember the name of it. It's like a 10-minute short with a Scarlet Devil crew, and essentially what it is it's Kaguya teaching Flandre about the weaknesses of a vampire. And Flandre sees that as a chance to squish the sun. Wow, I did it. Sun squish confirmed. Wow, that was a... Look at that. Look at that photo, chat. Look at that photo, okay? I want you to see how absolutely perfect all those bullets are in that magic circle. That's so pleasing to the eye. It's so nice. I had a dream of impossibly fast butterflies. It was definitely the medicine. But when I woke up, I took pictures to make sure I didn't forget. What do you mean you woke up and took pictures? Alright, next is Kaguya. Redstone of Aja. I see. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, it's a short with Flandre and Scarlet. Scarlet Devil Mansion, Flandre and Kaguya. Kaguya is teaching Flandre about the weaknesses of vampires, and Flandre sees that as a primo opportunity to extinguish the sun by using her power to squish the source of it. So, Remy wants to appear as... Remy doesn't want to admit that her methods are wrong, and she's trying... She doesn't want to tell Flandre, like, not to do that, but she wants to, like, trick Flandre into thinking that, oh, you can't do that. The sun will just come back. So she makes like an they bring the sun back thanks to the help of Patchy. And then Remy's like, you see, Flan, you can't just extinguish the sun like that. It's too strong. And then she does it again. Then she squishes it again. So she basically just keeps trying that. So Patchy starts making a bunch of artificial suns. And every time they show up, Flandre just squishes it again. Flandre just keeps squishing it. So Remy, Patchy's getting incredibly exhausted for constantly having to like go along with this scheme. Oh my. God damn it. I forget some of the finer details of it. But it's essentially that Remy doesn't want to admit she's wrong with her methods. Patchy keeps trying to tell her that she can't do that. Sakuya keeps accidentally exposing things to Flandre, which causes her to want to destroy them. I believe the way it ended was they put the moon in the sky. I forget what led up to these events, but they put the moon into the sky, and then it got destroyed, probably Flandre. And so, what they did at that point was they had Patchy go up and have her hairpin reflect, so they could see the crescent moon in her hairpin. And then, I'll give you 2 guesses as to what Flandre did with that. So then at that point, Flandre finally gives up and accepts things for what they are. And Remy's like, see, the way I handle things is perfectly fine, Patchy. It's all water under the bridge. And then Flandre comes back in the library and tells them that she now learned of another weakness of vampires that she's going to go destroy, and that was running water. So now Flandre is going to go destroy all form of running water. And then when Remy turns over to Patchy for help, Patchy's like, oh, too bad. Looks like all that water under the bridge has suddenly dried up. And that's the end. All that. It was 10 minutes for that delivery. I fucking loved it. I should have moved. I should have schmooved around it. It's really well done. 10 minutes. 10-minute special. Can't remember the name of it. I'm sure somebody does. They always do. Can't for the life of me remember what it's called. There were a few other ones too. So there was the longest ongoing one right now. That is what is it? That's Fantasy Kaleidoscope. It's animated, it's subbed, and it's amateur dubbed as well. So you can kind of watch it to that extent. If you're not a fan of amateur dubs, well, take what you want. I like them. I think they're okay. They're basically retellings of different events, sort of. Like at first they weren't, and now, last I watched it, it's been recounting the events of Touhou 8. But they're only like 11-minute shorts or so, so there's kind of like gaps in their presentation, so to speak. They're still well animated and they look great. It's hard to believe it's all fan-made. Oh, I need to be careful. Fuck! I just had to get around that last one and I would have been fine. Last I checked, that one was on episode 13. I'm pretty sure the last episode to come out was when they reach Moko, which I haven't actually seen yet, so yeah, fake fan I am. Another one is a 2-episode special. I believe it's called... What was it called? It started with an H. It was like Hifu something. It's 2 animated episodes that kind of... They feature Maribel and Ronco, but in a weird way. Like, the first episode is... It's half Maribel and Ronco, and the other half is an animated portrayal of Yukari's first attack on the moon. Which is pretty good, pretty well done. It's not grandiose or anything stupid like that, because, you know, there's only so much you can do with a not studio-funded anime. But it's basically just covers a little bit of what those two are doing, and then tries to give light to the events of the first Lunar War. Because for those that don't know, Silent Sinner in Blue is the second time that Yukari attempts to invade the moon. The first time was with a bunch of yokai, and they were soundly defeated. They were defeated so badly that Yukari just knew that she wasn't going to be able to beat them. She accepted that. That's why the whole plot of Silent Sinner in Blue is kind of weird. Because you don't really know what's going on in the head of that character, like, ever. So having her, like, seeing that she, like, completely acknowledges that there's no way she was gonna win is pretty neat. I hate this one. Only because I'm scared. I'm scared of the cone laser. I'm terrified of the cone laser. So that's the first episode of that one. The second episode's 40 minutes long, and this one, okay, so this one may or may not be your cup of tea because it's essentially 99% fandom. So what it is Ranko and Maribel visit the location of the Moria Shrine in the outside world. And they happen upon Sanai's sister. I forget her name. Because apparently Sanai has a sister in this special. Who took up the role of Sanai, because after Sanai left. Even though the way it's supposed to work, or the way it's explained in the animated special itself, which I think is pretty neat, is that when a legend fades into Gensokyo, the legend itself like changes. It doesn't change the story, but it changes who the legend's talking about. So like Kanako and Suwako, their names are changed to the gods they're actually like based on. I think that's what it was. It's been a long time since I watched it. So they disappear, so to speak, but they're not like just completely removed. You can't just remove them from their minds. Sanai, however, is a different story, being a human and all. Alright, give me that last picture. So I guess Sanai's sister wasn't as spiritually gifted as Sanai herself, so, you know, she didn't have favor from the family, yada yada yada, you know, all that shit works. Sanai disappears, she comes back from whatever she was doing, and she ends up taking up the role as Sanai Kochiya, even though it's not her. So, it's pretty much 40 minutes of fan exposition, for the most part, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It really isn't bad, but as I'm saying, you're either up for that and open to that, or you are just looking at that and thinking, bleh, bleh, uncanon, garbage, stuff like that. Hot, really, really hot. I've never seen a rock like this before. I'd say it's something like a cooking rock. I didn't mind it. I thought the ending song for the credits was good. Six photos, town pharmacist, yeah. Mercury C. Oh, what are you doing? Now this is some shit. And the other one, there's one more. What was it called? What was it called? I forget what this one was called, chat, but from what I remember, it was regarded as having a surprisingly, like, I don't know if it had a big budget, but it had like actual voice talent behind it. It had 3 episodes. No, it had 4 episodes. It had a 1, 2, 3, and like 3.5. And the last episode ended on a cliffhanger. I remember that. I remember that part. Oh, fuck. And I think part 4 has been announced at this point. Cool to see. Cool to see that something like that still carries on. This is really hard, huh? Yeah, this is rough. A pirate's life is not for me. Shit. At least it's only 6 photos. That's not so bad. I'm crossing the beams. I am so dead. Oh, I just needed that last fucking picture. Come on. I don't rightly remember the plot of the last one I was just talking about. I remember there was a little like animated trailer before of one. It used a sound holic mix of Demystify Feast. It's a good one. I believe the premise of it was Reimu was like a landlord. All I remember specifically is Sanai had a cell phone and sunglasses and laughed like an evil person. Okay, I'm gonna do this the same way I did it last time. Whoa! How did I do that the last time? I don't even remember. Since then, there have been a lot of, there's been a lot of animated PVs for stuff. Usually it's Soundholic. My favorite is Priere. That one's really, really good. I don't remember how I did this last time. Another one that was really good was, it was one for the Prism River Sisters. I forget what the song was called. The other one that was really good was, it was based on Byakuran's story. And her journey as a monk. To eventually leading to her... I didn't press that button, so now I'm going to die. Thanks. Cool A button. I don't even know how I did that. I don't know what to do at that point. I think I need to go to the left again. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. You ever just have it? Which one is Priere? P-R-I-E-R-R-E. It's, the full song is 6 minutes. The video itself is 4 minutes. Holy Jesus, that shit hits hard. When you get to the last chorus drop in the video... Oh my god, man. That's a powerful scene. And it's 100% fan-made. That song itself is also really good, by the way. Excellent instrumentation, great vocals. Powerful delivery. Really, 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 really like that track. Why am I like this? You know what the worst part is I got to the last photo once, and the green bullets by all rights killed me, and I somehow cheated death. What do I do, Morty? What do I do? 1, 2, 3. I am going to part the Red Sea with my Beyblade. If I had a fucking Beyblade, I'll tell you right now, this would be so easy. Ooh. There was also there's a legendary piece of like missing media of Touhou animation. I forget what it was called, but if anyone's seen like Lucky Star, they know. I don't remember what the dude is, but he's the really exaggerated like shonen protagonist character who runs the an anime shop. He's got big Goku hair and a green vest. That guy. Turns out he was more than just what I thought he was. He was an actual, like, mascot of sorts. But anyway, there was some kind of closed screening of that character across Touhou. It was a closed screening. Some people saw it. No footage of it exists on the internet. But records of its existence do. Well, exist, obviously. It was a thing. It really happened. But we'll never see it. Ever. That said, there are a few anime that have references to Touhou. For example, Pony Pony Dash apparently has a reference to Touhou. I never actually seen that show myself, so I can't say for sure. There was another show which name escapes me. It was about time-traveling ghosts or some shit. But there was a weather vane that was just a Yukari head. You could tell those series probably came out at a time where Touhou was at its maximum cultural boom. It was neat to see. Even though Touhou itself can't have its own official anime, it has managed to sneak references of its existence into existing anime. Not too many, mind you, but that's still, I'd say that's still a pretty big milestone for an indie series in Japan to make its way. Sometimes that's easy, sometimes it's really hard. I was doing great until I wasn't doing great. Yeah. What? What? That's all I got for that, by the way. I don't think any more exist as far as fan animation goes, because we all know that animation is something that can be done within seconds, and of course, anyone can do it. No, that's just hard. And again, no big box office budget for this shit. They're doing it on their own. Touhou M1 doesn't count, by the way. It's not. It's kind of animated, but I don't know. Would you count it? Would you count Touhou M1 as Touhou anime? It seems to me like a bit of a stretch. You ever just realize that you're a fucking idiot? God damn it. To be fair, I don't know how that works. I can't tell if she immediately switched her position or she was moving that way anyway. Either way, I got stuck. Man. I may be overcomplicating this, but I've managed to secure a way to the last photo, and that's good enough for me. Okay, sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. I think what I need to do is I need to aim my camera higher so it gets more of the bullets that would otherwise bounce against the wall and kill me. Fuck, they... I tried to go under them. Fast pictures, fast pictures, fast pictures. The faster the picture, the better. No, I could have lived that one if I just got through that one little gap. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. It bounced. It fucking bounced! Oh! It was only bounced. Sometimes it bounces and sometimes it doesn't. That was a bouncy boy, I guess. My thumb's getting tired. I pressed the A button, I swear. MMDs exist. Yeah, you're right about that. MMDs exist for pretty much every series, though. Although Miku Miku Dance is used for... well... I don't think I need to spell it out for you. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yes. The pharmacist deals with Mercury. I asked her what she needs it for. Seems like it's a trade secret. Poison, immortality. Alright, what's next? 7 photos. Inhumane princess. Go. Seamless ceiling. Ah, Kaguya. What? I died. I really shouldn't have got hit by that. Seems like I need a bit of luck on this one. Yeah. It seems the general pattern is Eren does things in a pattern, and Kaguya just spews bullets randomly. Aside from the last one I did of her, the flaming rock. The double-edged sword that comes from random spewing is sometimes the game gives you a freebie in a pass, and sometimes the game really, really tries to kill you. It is what it is, though, yeah. Yeah. Don't you hate when you let go of the charge button thinking your camera's gonna be good to go? You run forward and you're holding 99%. What? Oh. I really thought I was okay in that one. This yellow bit is like non-existent. It's not even part of the problem. It might as well not even exist. I just can't dodge regular green bullets. I should have just took the camera thought. Freebie, alright. Now that's some shit. A double layer with the blue one. That is really difficult. That's a freebie. Another freebie. I moved. It's random, so you can't even lure the bullets. You just need to pick your spot and hope that it doesn't get absolutely jumbled. The worst part about the blue bullets is they're faster than the green ones too. So not only are you having to pick up the pace on how you dodge, you have to keep in mind that the green ones aren't moving as fast, so you can accidentally just move into one of those when you're trying to get away with the blue one. Even though the yellow wall itself isn't really doing much of anything, its existence alone is pretty suffocating. Because you can already tell that you're not allowed to go in that spot. You can't. Well, I mean you can. You can squeeze through it. There's enough room to squeeze in the middle of them. But it kind of dictates where it wants you to be. Even if you're not really, like, actively focusing on it. You're kind of acknowledging its existence all the same. And you get situations like that where I could have gotten out of the way of that because I felt like if I had moved left or right, I would have ran into the yellow wall. It stopped me from really moving. Kaguya. Kaguya. Update on the CSGO official Twitter. No, I don't play it, but I'm interested to see what the fuck is going on. So what happened? I can't click the link, you know. Linking me a Twitter when you know what happens if I click out of the window when I'm playing Touhou. Doesn't work. Just copy paste the tweet, really. That's the easiest way to go about it. Evil. We have reviewed the leaked code and believe it to be a reposting of a limited CSGO engine code depot released to partners in late 2017. It originally leaked in 2018. From this review, we have not found any reason for players to be alarmed or avoid current builds. Okay. I want to see how the source code for Pokemon Red and Blue expands, because that's something that came about recently as well. There seems to be videos of people just driving around Old Kanto. Back when Poké Centers were referred to as inns. What's interesting about that, though, is the last time that happened, it was the Space World demo for Gold and Silver, yeah? And I remember that one was interesting, because for a while, it was just kind of like... I wouldn't say it wasn't big, but like... nothing really happened with it. Like, we had it, it was cool. But then somewhere down the line, Nintendo was just kind of like, yeah, we're gonna take this stuff down. Like, Christian's video got hit by that as well. Like, his video, just him walking through that, got taken down. It's just weird that they waited so long to act, you know? Like, what were they trying to do? What's in there that they wanted, like, to hide that badly, and only just after the fact that, like, we already knew about it at that point, so why even bother? It's not that they did it that, like, confuses me. I understand why they did it, because it's fucking John Nintendo. And you're not allowed to make fan products of John Nintendo's IP. And I say this as someone who likes Nintendo games, but holy shit, they are so behind the times when it comes to this shit. I mean, did you see recently, chat? There was a Sonic X reanimated collab, where a bunch of animators reanimated an episode of Sonic X. And the official Sonic YouTube channel was like, this is awesome. Shout outs to the people who worked on this. And people were like, whoa, that's really fucking sick. And then good old Twitter was like, well, here you go. Here's a comparison of what happens with Sega and Nintendo. Nintendo takes the video down, and then Sega congratulates the people who made it. But I think maybe Sega caught on when one of their highest reviewed Sonic games in recent years was made by fans. I'm upset. I thought I squeezed through that. Still never played Sonic Mania. Glad it's good though. Pretty cool to see. Now I wait for Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood Part 2. Every day, every night, I wish I pray upon a star that that game will come to light. Oh. I don't like this one. It's hard. It's very hard. Semi-random. These blue bullets make me want to not play. Oh my god, this is fucking rough. I mean, they can take it down, but once something's on the internet, it's on the internet, right? They've already disassembled Pokemon source code, but the leaked code was directly from Nintendo. Yeah, I know, that's what I meant. It's like, it's the real deal. It's the one that was used as base for the games, like, the very, very beginning. That's why it's a big deal. Kind of like how the Space World demo was, like, you know, that one didn't really show up anywhere, because that was an entirely different game at that point, but this is like, it's neat. It's history. History and lore. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. This is hard. Get that out of the way. It's damn perfect RNG. Pixel perfect RNG micro dodging bullshit. Chat, she added a fucking another layer on the last one. Are you kidding? Oh my god, she... Why? She added another layer on the last photo. Generate playing Shanghai EXE. No, I just don't know what that is. I never played Battle Network myself, so I'd be very lost on it. Also, I like the name of that. The name of that game reminds me of a shitty creepypasta. I don't even know how Battle Network like works as a game. I've never played it. I've heard of it. That didn't count? Wow. You know what the worst part is? Is these... I'm pretty sure the hardest thing to dodge in this entire chain of events is that wave of blue. The fast blue bullets are more of a pain in the ass than anything else. Well, maybe the purple ones at the same speed. Who knows? But anyway, my point is, this is the hard part. And then this gets another layer added on top of it. That's the worst part about this. And now the yellow shit, like, gets even more cluttered if I can't clear it in time. I thought Kaguya was supposed to be helpless without adding. Don't tell me the lore lied to me. I am stuck in a bad spot. What am I supposed to do about that? What am I supposed to do about that? I had to dodge like a mad lad to even attempt it anymore. Dodging wasn't even gonna get me my fucking picture. Dodging was just gonna get me back to a position where I could get my picture next time. Look at that, and then you get shit like that, easy. Oh my god. This might be the last one of the day. I have to beat this one. I can't not beat this one. But I don't know if I can do the other two scenes after this one. Oh my god! I shouldn't even be hitting by the green ones. The green ones shouldn't be hitting me anymore. I should have evolved past the need. You know what? That was my fault. I walked right into that thing. suppose I deserve this for thinking I'm better than it. As soon as you think you're better than the game, chat, you've already lost. Remember that. And then you get situations like that where the game's just like, you want a picture, bruh? I got your picture, bruh. And then you get a picture, and then the blue balls, they do that to you. They crunch you. Oh. I would have been done if I had to take one less picture. You know that? Sometimes I think about that. How sometimes I pretty much win if the requirement was one picture less. Do you see how these yellow ones are lined up right now? If I didn't know you could squeeze in between them like that, I would have been fucked. Please, 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 please. Please! Please! Just, you know the worst part is I'll have a perfectly clear line to Kaguya when I don't have a charge. And as soon as my camera is ready to go, it's like running face first into an avalanche. Look at that. Look how much free space was up there. Kaboom. How did I do that? Oh, how did I do that? Good, that counted. That was an accident, but it worked out. And it didn't matter. It just didn't matter. Did anyone playtest this game? I'm just curious. I know it's possible. I understand this one's possible. But you know how sometimes when a playtester does something and they just do it really good on the first try, so they're like, oh yeah, that's fine. So they don't actually go back and retry it. An example of this is the ever-popular internet game, I Want to Beat the Boshi. There is a frame-perfect jump you have to make in order to clear a certain obstacle. And when the developer was testing it, he made the jump on his first try, assumed everything was fine, and just went about his day. And then never bothered to fix it. Kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like, goddamn, dude. You had one job. I hate life. I hate it. Come on, dog. Oh, yeah, Fun fact. You know I think he's the director. The mind behind the Dark Souls series. Every game, as difficult as it is made that's made in that series. He can beat them. He can beat them. You know why? I don't know. I don't know why he can beat them. He just can. So if he can beat them, you can beat them. I guess. I don't know where I was going with that train of thought. I got immediately distracted because I took the 5th picture. And when I take the 5th picture, I get to the 6th picture. When I get to the 6th picture, I get to the 7th picture. When I get to the 7th picture, I lose. Yeah. Chat, would it be fair to say that this scene is the Dark Souls of every scene in the game? I'm working on my journalism career. I'm trying to find things to compare to Dark Souls. And for difficulty options that are very easy for me. I'm also working on my horse blinder so I can never see tutorials. I'm also in the process of breaking my controller so there's no shoot trigger. So when I play first-person shooters, I won't be able to do them. But don't worry, I already have a rough draft of all my articles already done. The first word is game bad. Sorry, first 2 words. I got ahead of myself. You know what's crazy, chat? You know what you shouldn't do as a journalist? Especially as a gaming journalist? Is rush a game just so you're the first article to appear. And you know what the worst part about that is, chat? Every single goddamn time I try to look something up on Animal Crossing, the first 5 fucking links are a news site. I'm sick of that. And it's like, I tried to Google, how does moving out work in New Horizons for villagers? And it's like the top 4 links are like, here's all we know about villagers. I don't even click the goddamn articles because I know they're not going to have the information I want. They're going to be fucking flooded with useless word count. So instead, I just find the quickest one that links to either GameFAQs or a Reddit thread or even the main wiki. It's hella obnoxious. The thing is, when you're doing like game journalism, stuff like that, even for like YouTube, it's not a matter of speed. It's a matter of reputability, I guess. If you okay, let's for example FF7, right? FF7 comes out, that's like a, I don't know, 40, 50 hour game, who knows? I don't actually know how long it takes anyone to beat that game. But are you playing it because you like Final Fantasy? Or are you playing it because it's the newest game and you know that people are going to Google it and they're going to get linked to your article? Right? Think about it like that. You remember that episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob and Neptune have a showdown? And Neptune makes like 1,000 patties and SpongeBob makes 1. But Neptune's patties all taste like absolute shit. And SpongeBob's 1 Krabby Patty that he made, it tastes fantastic, phenomenal. That, I think, is a good analogy for how gaming journalism ends up getting done. Everybody wants to be Neptune. They pour it out fast, and then it's not actually of any substance. But then the one guy who takes the time on the review, maybe he misses the hype train, which is really unfortunate. Because sometimes people just actually miss the cultural boom. You can, if you take too long, sometimes it's over and done with. That happens. That's why when it comes to getting like famous or recognized or anything like that, a lot of luck is involved. Sometimes you just need to be the right place at the right time. You need to be talking about something relevant. You need to get it out there fast. But I wouldn't want to be known for having rushed articles to stay relevant, right? I wouldn't want to do that. Just think, if you're not enjoying yourself while you're doing it, should you keep doing it? Stuff like that. Oh boy. Also, one thing you should never do with gaming journalism, chat, is publicly admit that you didn't even finish the game you're reviewing. That is the quickest way to make anyone not care about what you have to say on it. It's amazing how a SpongeBob reference could matter so much to the current world. I don't care for any game journalist stuff anymore at all. I really, really don't. If a reviewer says a game is bad, then alright, I guess a game is bad, sure. I'll play it myself. I usually look for the people who don't have any stake in it, you know, like... Some people, it's not their... They play video games, it's not their job to sell it to you. So they'll just give you their honest opinions on it. And if it's somebody you've watched play video games a long time, then you have a general idea what they look for in games and what they like. And if you share a similar opinion, then you can tell that, oh, they like the game, then there's probably a lot there for me in it. Kind of thing, you know? Stuff like that. But the thing is, though, you can't just not... I guess when it comes to reviewing and stuff, like specifically like YouTube reviewers, you can't just only play what you like, because then you're kind of biased. You gotta play everything. But some people don't like that. People don't like it. People don't like that. You're playing a game that you probably won't like. But the thing is, Chad, do you have a game that you thought you wouldn't like, and then you played it and you're like, holy shit, that was amazing. I can't believe I almost didn't play that. Just because something about it seems wrong. Something about it doesn't seem right to you. And the idea of it doesn't interest you, but then you try it yourself and you're like, hold on, this game is kind of sick. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in that situation. Ugh. Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is one I would probably never touch just because I don't care much for Akira Toriyama's style. It's a... Dragon Ball. Nier Automata. I don't have any interest in that game myself, but I'm glad it's good. Minecraft's a big one, yeah. Minecraft, Animal Crossing, and Harvest Moon are games that they seem really hard to sell people on, but people really like them. Myself included. It's not like as human beings we're programmed to function one way. You know? Like, it's not like, oh, here are his likes and dislikes, and anything that falls under the trait of dislike, he'll automatically dislike. But that's not always the case. Like, Chad, I hate dubstep. Right? I hate dubstep. But I've never, like, 9 times out of 10, I won't listen to it because I'm pretty confident I'm not going to like it. But to say I've never given dubstep a chance ever, even though I know I'm not really a fan of the genre, I still do. As far as I'm concerned, you can't really quantify your perfect taste in genre, you know? Like, people say they like rock and then they like metal, right? Yeah, that's fine. That's a general idea, which is good. But that doesn't mean that every single piece of music that ever came out that is that genre you like, right? There's some exceptions. There are exceptions to every rule. I know what my preferences are. I really like, I like orchestral. Orchestral's really, really good. To be honest, there really isn't much orchestral that I can think of that I didn't really like. My favorite video game soundtrack is probably Mario Galaxy, and it's 100% orchestrated. It's beautiful. The piano is my favorite instrument, but that doesn't mean that every single track I've ever heard a piano in, I've been like, oh, that's the best track in the world. Synth. I like Touhou music a lot. It just has a good beat. The instrumentation's varied. I like the piano tracks the most, of course. But it's good music. The thing is the music is designed in a way that you like. How do I explain this? Touhou music does a good job at being catchy, to a point where when you replay different segments of the game, you're never like, oh my god, I'm sick of this theme. There's no Touhou theme that I can think of that I actively dislike. There are some that I like way more than others, for sure. But I've never really been in a situation where it's like, alright, well now I gotta listen to this music until I beat this stage or beat this boss. Even right here, where I've spent the last 2 hours listening to retrospective Kyoto. It's designed in a way it loops well, there's not too much to it, it's not overbearing. It's just pleasant on your ears, and it's good accompanying music for the task at hand. That was a really good setup it gave me, but I had no camera charge to take advantage of it. How much longer am I gonna be here? Yeah. All I had to do was hit the A button. This is the hardest one yet. This one is so fucking hard. Oh my god, that was close. 99. It's always 99. Good, yeah, good music is why we can keep doing things. Like, here's another example, Bloodborne. Bloodborne has fantastic music when it plays. I absolutely love the boss theme for, like, the Cleric Beast. It's so good. Or no, not Cleric Beast. Is it Celtic Beast or Cleric Beast? I can never remember. I think it's Celtic. It's the first boss, and it's technically optional. You don't even have to go that way to but you can. And if you do, you fight this really difficult boss, unless you're really good at the game. Or you come back with loaded weapons. He had a theme that made fighting him very enjoyable. That didn't count? I really needed that to count. Frick! Flim! Flam! Son of a gun! So, that's another thing about Touhou tracks, is Touhou tracks go really, really well with the pace of the stage. So much so that you can actually tell when certain things are going to happen based on where the track reaches. Like, I find, specifically in EOSD, I know exactly at what point in the music Kwakuma's gonna show up. Assuming you don't, like, pause or interrupt the music, like, in any way. The boss is a different story, because the boss can vary in length. But you can use the stage themes to dictate, or as a good way to kind of like tell when things are coming. That sucks. Touhou games are almost like music videos in that sense. Yeah. They do a good job at it. Even when the things like, I find even with mid-bosses existing, you can usually keep the... Mid-bosses usually take the same amount of time to take out, I find. Depending on the character you use, of course. You find a method that works for you and you go with it, and you can usually take them out at the same amount of time that you can still rely on music cues. Did you see that, chat? Did you see how good my dodging was there? I was so goddamn slick. Like, I was schmoving all over the place. I was in and I was out. I was bobbing and weaving. And then every single camera shot I tried to take of Kaguya, it didn't fucking work. So it was all for naught. It didn't matter. Ugh. I hate that. I'll never be able to replicate that level of success again. I can't tell if I'm getting more confident in my ability to maneuver around these bullets, or I'm just so fucking sick of this that I'm trying everything to keep as much advantage as possible. It's probably the latter. I'm okay though, I'm having a good time. It's nice to just talk about who knows what, who cares what. Because to be honest with you, when it comes to this game, I can only really read the chat when I need a breather. So all I can do is ramble about things, turn into a one-man podcast more than anything. Barely qualifies as that though, so at the very least I can have something going on to the gameplay. If you can call it gameplay. I call it game pain. Game pain! Try to make a joke and you ruin it. I'm out of water. Okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna activate a cheat code. All right. We're gonna activate a cheat code. It lets me win. We do up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. To pretend I pressed BA. Start. There you go. That's cheat code. Gives me 30 ayas. Why? Why? Kaboom. Chat, you know what we need to do? We need a mod. We need a mod. We need a mod. We need a mod that changes the death sound to Von Steiner saying make you feel really fucking bad about dying. You utter fool. You absolute idiot. You goddamn piece of shit motherfucker. How could you even attempt to lose here? Make me feel as bad as possible for losing. Ow. I couldn't roll my B. I don't know, I got stunted. I got stage fright. I couldn't perform. I couldn't get it up. Make it the Werehog stream Sonic Unleashed. I don't know what that sounds like. Wonder Man. Wonder Man. Oh. How long have I been here? 7 years. Good. So how does this work exactly? When you retry, does it like reset time, or does Aya just come back and try again? Because I imagine at a certain point I would just be so annoyed by her constantly showing up. I just let her take the damn pictures, and then she would never come back and bother me ever again. But I guess Kaguya quite literally has nothing better to do for the rest of her life, so she might as well just continue to shoot at me until one of us stops. I hate this. Oh, yeah, what if every single time I died, chat, we got one line from the B-movie script? That way we'd be able to see how much of the B-movie we'd be able to reach by each performance. We could even go like the extra 9 yards and break it up by syllable instead of word. According to all known. Laws. Of aviation. That's the second time that's happened, actually, where the yellow guard has overlapped. But both times I've died to a bullet not relevant to the yellow one, so it didn't actually matter. However, as I said, I can go through it. Oh, I don't remember the rest of the copy pasta. Sorry. The year is 2023. After 10,000 unsuccessful attempts at Kaguya, finally, the golden moment. He's on his last one. He needs one more picture. This is it. Don't get scared now. He gets that last picture. It's clean. It's a clear. He backs out. Oh no, the pictures are too blurry. Better try again. Rumbledy grump. Grumbledy hump. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty Dumpty is low tier in Shrek Super Slam. It's really unfortunate. He's my favorite character. I liked playing as the golden egg version of Humpty Dumpty. He was pretty sick. He wasn't good. His Super Slam was pretty weak. He just kind of spun around on his head, and he couldn't jump, so if you just jumped onto a platform, you were fine. He didn't have infidence. He was combo food. Wasn't a good character. It really sucks. He really had a great fall. Dronky was top tier. Yep, Red Riding Hood and Dronky were the two best characters, I believe. Cause Red Riding Hood had an infinite that would pretty much fill her Super Slam gauge immediately, and then that was it. And Dronky, I don't know why Dronky was good. Probably had an infinite too. Shrek was low tier, which is just criminal. How can you be low tier in your own game? At the very least, Shrek should have been an all-around balance type, like Ryu and Mario. Carl. That kills people. Anyone keeping count of the amount of times I've died? I would say I'd lost track, but that would imply I was counting to begin with, and I definitely wasn't. Spinny babooey. Spinny babooey. That was, nope. That was unfair. Chat, you ever lay on a bed of needles before? I'm thinking about that. How do those work? Isn't it like because of equal weight distribution, when you lie down on a bed of needles, it doesn't like pierce your skin? Is that how that works? Because the idea of that thing scares me. Because yeah, you can lay on it, but what happens if you trip on it? I also learned by reading Touhou an ancient method of preservation for to achieve hermetism. I don't know what the fuck the word would be for that, but apparently they had a diet that consists of drinking the thing that's used to like, I don't know what it is. It's used in like utensils and bowls or stuff like that to like, I don't know, preserve them. I don't remember exactly, but they pretty much drink that so their entirety of their body becomes preserved, even though it tastes like absolute shit. And they probably vom. And guess what? It doesn't work. You just get a bunch of stinky corpses. Things were weird back then, huh? You couldn't confirm or deny it worked, so people were just like, yeah, you do this and you're fucking good. And I guess if that's what you believed, that's what you could achieve. No, it wasn't arsenic. It's something I think that comes from trees. It's not resin, but it's something they use the utensils. Like it's like a wooden. It's like something you use on like a wooden bowl, so the wood wouldn't rot. You know, something like that. I don't know what that's called though. Resin sounds right, but it also doesn't. Balming fluid? Balming fluid sounds correct, actually. I forget what it was called. Like this. What the fuck just happened? How did I get what? I can't believe I did that. Why is my camera not charged? Ugh. Aya, you need to go get a better camera. There was one hidden. Slipping quietly through a crack in the door. That one kind of feels bad, doesn't it? You have to look it up. I don't remember. It was part of a translator's note in Forbidden Scrollery, I believe. It was either Forbidden Scrollery or Sengetsu say, but I'm pretty sure it was Forbidden Scrollery because I don't think the hermits really ever appeared in Sengetsu, because that's like 90% the three fairies. That's their shit. Some characters obviously appear, but not to the extent that most would otherwise. I didn't move that way. You ever try to do a slight angle on a control stick, but you can't because there's no notches, so the game just lets you go completely horizontal instead of doing sideways? I like that. Just try and do things the right way. Yeah. How come GameCube controllers put notches where the control stick is, and then no other controller thought that was a good idea? Can't just be me, right? Like, sometimes the game's just like, dodge this asshole, and then you can't. Then you just can't. It's too hard. Oh, that one, that was undodgeable. That one was undodgeable. Like, I'll commit myself to a path, and then that's it. I have to do that path, and then a blue the problem is since the light blue bullets are infinitely faster than the dark blue and the green ones, if I commit to a path to avoid the blue ones and the blue and the green ones and the light blue ones show up after the fact, that's it. If I don't have my camera charged at that point, I'm just taking a hit. To be honest, I think the spell card would have been a lot better if they swapped it so the dark blue ones and the light blue ones come at the different times. Like, just another layer of slow bullets to start, and then fast ones afterwards. But the fact that you have to immediately deal with fast ones, and then slow ones on top of fast ones on top of slow ones, and then for the last one you have to deal with even faster ones, it's just like, god damn it, it's just a mess. Of course, I'm no game designer, so feel free to agree or disagree on that, but I think at the very least I would do better. I understand the challenge of making a second wave faster, but the only reason I really bring this up is because the second wave is that's just it. It's the second wave. There's three extra waves of bullets that come. So having one of the most difficult waves be the immediate second one, I don't know, it just seems like that's not what you want to do. I wouldn't say it eases anyone into it, it just makes it more cluttered by the end. The hardest point to make it to is Photo 5 because of that. Well, I guess in my case, it's fucking Photo 2, huh? Not like you can go back and change this game. This game is what it is forever. Once I beat this, I never have to do it ever again. Great. Something funny happens if you go above Kaguya. You want me to go above her? Real funny. Haha. All you did was commit to my death counter. I'll remember this. Oh my god. Good pattern. Not a good pattern. That's the joke, chat. When you say something's good, but it's not actually good. That's Comedy 101. Well, that's a first. Oh, I saw that one coming. Maybe it's because I looked at the moon. I'm a raving lunatic. I feel like calling it lunatic. Turning into a lunatic by looking at the moon is some kind of pun. You know? Because the word luna's in it. A lunatic could also be a bug that's found on the moon. But instead we use it to refer to crazy. Good, that counted. Look at that. You see how free that one was? I moved too far to the right, and I got hit in the side. Now I'm all left. I'm starting to like, I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at the screen, right, chat? All right, listen to me for a second. I'm looking at the screen and I'm seeing the bullets and I'm seeing things that like you can't comprehend. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. Like I'm looking at it and I know what you're seeing, but what I'm seeing is completely different. It's like I'm evolving. But it's not good evolution. You should definitely hit B if it reaches this point. But what I'm seeing right now, chat, is all kinds of weird. I don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing. It's like the key to the fucking universe. Why didn't that count? Yeah, old MacDonald and his farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a horse. What did he do with that horse? Sometimes I shriek and I go lightheaded, but I'm okay. A weaker man would have quit at this point. Sorry, not weaker, smarter. Fortunately for you, I'm not very bright. Fuck you. Yes! I win! Bada bing, bada boom, baby. 440 pictures. 440 pictures taken. I can't believe that such a large board is really seamless. If so, wouldn't you need a tree larger than any of Gensokyo? I win. Eight. I'm good with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm more than okay with that outcome. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna fill my water up. And I will be back with Aya, Ace Attorney. God damn it. That was painful. That was all it took 2.5 hours. God. Ugh. Oh well. It's over. I did it. I did beat it. And now there's video proof that I beat it. So yeah, I'll be right back.